Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the second campaign diaries of the Eastern Evil campaign. When last we left our heroes, we learned about Joff the Halfling Ranger, Hoss the Warforged Gunslinger, and Bruce the Human Druid. All three of them had been hired by Archmage Vargasel, one of their, I don't want to say friends, but higher ups within the Mages Guild at their local town of Voxy Allen. Archmage Vargasel had asked them to go up north to the small village of Orlane to investigate and discover what had become of his friend, Douven Stahl, a local human explorer. The party walked along for roughly 3 days and dealt with a small kobold ambush before continuing on their path to the village of Orlane. So, we pick up this session with our heroes about to enter the small village of Orlane. It is a very small village, almost unheard of, really, because of how little happens there. It is set up near the bottom of some mountains and has some interesting little bits around it, which is good for adventurers. The party enters into the small village and, like most good adventurers and travelers and the like, decide to stop out at the tavern. They're gonna get a room, get some food, rest up, learn about the area. Very good idea. Because this is such a small village, most people end up in this tavern at one point or another. So, while the adventurers are waiting in the tavern, they come across Sylvana Rafton, represented here. Oh, hail, travelers. Welcome to the Rafton Inn, home of the finest salted pork this side of the Cairn Craig Mountains. Could I offer you a room? Or maybe a stout ale? The local barmaid, bartender, innkeeper of this area. They also meet Farmer Elian, the local gambling man of the tavern, who has some information about their friend Douven Stahl. He had a small conversation with Douven before Douven left to go on his little hunt. Yeah, you one snappers, why don't you come sit down here at the table and play a couple hands? How's that sound? Huh? Douven. Yeah, I remember Douven. Old Coot came running around here talking about some dragon burial site or some shit. Yeah, headed east. Couple of days travel on old hunting trail. You can find it very well marked. Here, let me show you. As the night wears on, they are introduced to Valthrun the Prescient, a local mage who has made this area his home.
Douven Stahl. Yes, the name does ring a bell. He was an old explorer who came up from Voxley Hound down south, yes? Yes, that's right. As I recall, he was hunting for something. He was talking some such nonsense about a burial site. Claimed he had some proof that they had a group of old barbarians had buried precious artifacts around there or some such. I didn't put much stock into such things, but he was talking with old Farmer Elian over there. Not less than a week ago, I believe he set out to find the damn thing, but yeah, he was an old fool, much like myself, as I think of it. What was the question again?
Bruce, the druid, realizes that Valthrun knows something, but is keeping it to himself. Valthrun seems like somebody who has information, but isn't willing to give it up lightly. As the night begins to wear down, and the sun has set and the fire is dying, they are introduced to Lord Sean Pedraig and his captain of the guard, Captain Kelpham. Now, most of the people they've met up to this point have been humans. Captain Kelpham is the first elf that they've met in this village.
Campaigners, eh? Well, I got enough trouble to deal with around these parts without having to babysit you a lot. So keep your weapons sheathed and yourselves under control, and we won't have a problem, understood?
Lord Sean spends his nights ingratiating himself with the populace, because it's always good when you're the lord of the people to be seen as a man of the people. Kind of slows down the rebellions. They talk with Lord Sean. They inform him about the kobolds who raided them on the path, and Lord Sean offers to pay them a reward if they go and deal with this threat in the kobold caves up in the mountains. Yes, we have been having some difficulty dealing with those kobolds out on the main trail, but unfortunately they are a threat that my men cannot seem to handle. Maybe I could offer you all some incentive? You seem like hardy and capable adventurers. There is a slight reward in it for you if you succeed in dealing with this threat for me. Which the party is interested in doing, But first, they want to find their missing friend Douven. Having gotten from the old farmer Elian Douven's location, which was in an old burial site, and learning from Valthrun roughly what Douven had been looking to find there, the party beds down for the night and prepares to set off in the morning to go and find this missing friend. The party wakes up the next morning, sets off on their path towards the burial site that they believe Douven is at. Along the way, they are ambushed by a group of kobolds. Now, these kobolds are different from the kobolds they fought before. These kobolds are wearing light armor and have stronger looking blades. It appears that these kobolds were upset at the adventurers having killed their kin in the last ambush. So, the battle breaks out, kobolds versus adventurers, and this was a moment where something interesting happened. I had made this encounter with the idea of making it not too difficult. I wanted it to be more challenging with fewer opponents. So, whereas the last battle with the kobolds, I had used roughly, I want to say it was 3 or 4 regular kobolds and a couple of enhanced kobolds who have armor and blades. They're kobold soldiers that I found on an Unearthed Arcana. They're really, when you really get down to it, they're reskinned goblins, but they work as kobold soldiers, more efficient kobolds than regular kobolds. I wanted this to be more, I wanted these kobolds to be more of a challenge, so I had stronger kobolds, but at a smaller number, against a group of 3 level 1 adventurers. The fight breaks out. The druid uses Entangle and wraps them all up so they can't escape. The ranger gets caught in a noose and strung up in a tree. Overall, the fight doesn't go horribly. I feel the adventurers get through it without much difficulty, mostly because it was over in less than 3 rounds. Adventurers didn't take many hits. I think one of them maybe got 1 hit, and the kobolds were routed pretty much immediately. I went back and I looked at the encounter building that I'd done for this, and I realized what I had created was roughly equivalent to a deadly encounter going up against 3 level 1 adventurers, which was a little surprising to me. I did not realize that I had put the adventurers in such a precarious position. This influenced my thinking when I went into their next battle, which I will get into in the next video. Suffice to say, they rout the kobolds easily and continue along their path to the Dragon Burial Site to find their missing explorer, Douven Stahl. And that's where we're going to end this video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this brief campaign diary. Things are going to start picking up a little bit faster as the adventurers hit higher levels and things start happening more quickly. Then the story becomes even more interesting. If you enjoyed it, stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, hit a like. I will continue to make these videos. I am planning on introducing a 3rd campaign at a certain point, detailing the adventures of a druid in the far west as compared to the far east. But enough of that. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I hope to see you at the next session. Take care.